students. In the last video we learned about collinearity of 3 points and collinearity of vectors. In this video we are going to learn a coplanarity of vectors. So before that, let's see this definition of linear combination of vectors. So if we have three vectors, say a bar, b bar, c bar, and scalars x, y, z. So a bar, b bar, c bar are vector and x, y, z are scalars, that means those are real numbers. Then xa bar plus yb bar plus zc bar is known as linear combination of the vectors a bar, b bar and c bar. So to write linear combination, what we have to do is we have to multiply the vectors by some scalars and add them. So if we have only two vectors, say a bar and b bar, then their linear combination will be xa bar plus yb bar. So for example, if we have say a point P as 2, 3, minus 1, then position vector of P OP bar is 2i plus 3j minus k. This is nothing but linear combination of ijk. As we are multiplying ijk by 2, 3 and minus 1 and adding them, this is a linear combination of ijk. So if we have some vector, say 3i plus 2k, another vector say 5i, only 5i, then their linear combination is, say, multiply this number by any scalar, say 2 into 3i plus 2k, and here if we multiply this by minus 4, then minus 4 into 5i. This is a linear combination of one of the linear combination of a bar and b bar. So this is a linear combination of the vectors. So we are going to study one theorem. So the theorem says that if a bar and b bar are non-zero non-collinear vectors, a bar and b bar are non-zero non-collinear vectors, then if and r bar is any vector in the plane of a bar and b bar, in the plane of a bar and b bar, if and only if there exist unique scalars, if and only if there exist unique scalars T1 and T2 such that R bar is equal to T1 A bar plus T2 B bar. So the assumption is a bar and b bar are non-zero non-collinear vectors, and we have to prove that if r bar is coplanar with a bar and b bar, then we can write r bar as t1 a bar plus t2 b bar. That means r bar is linear combination of a bar and b bar. Here we are multiplying a bar and b bar by t1 and t2 respectively. Those are scalars, and we are adding those t1 a bar and t2 b bar. So it is linear combination of a bar and b bar, and that linear combination is unique. Okay, this word is important there. So first of all we have to prove that r bar is coplanar with a bar and b bar. Then r bar we can write like this, and converse is also true because we have in between if and only if. So converse is if we write r bar like this, then r bar is coplanar with a bar and b bar. Okay, let's see the proof. First of all, let's see the only if part. Only if part means what? We are considering r bar as coplanar with a bar and b bar. So let a bar and b bar be non-zero non-collinear vectors. Be non-zero non-collinear vectors. Non-collinear means one is not scalar multiple of other. So non-zero non-collinear vectors, and r bar is coplanar with a bar and b bar. Now we can take initial point of all the three vectors same. So let's take the initial point as O. So let A bar be OA bar. So let this be OA bar. OA bar is A bar. Let OB bar be B bar. So let this be OB bar. Now if they don't have same initial point, we can draw parallel vectors to them, and by equality of vectors we can select such vectors. Okay, and let R bar be coplanar with vector with A bar and B bar. So let this be R bar. Let this be O R bar. That is R bar. Okay. Now let's construct a parallelogram. How to construct a parallelogram? So let's draw parallel lines through point R such that parallel lines to OB and OA through R. So let's draw this line. So this is parallel to OB through point R, and this line is parallel to OA through point R. And let's complete this parallelogram. So let the parallelogram be OPRQ. See, we have completed the parallelogram such that A bar and B bar are now on adjacent sides of the parallelogram and R bar is its diagonal. So what we have is, by parallelogram law of addition, OR bar is equal to, okay, first let's write the construction. Complete the parallelogram OPRQ by drawing lines parallel to OA and OB, OA and OB through point R. Okay. Now OR bar is diagonal. By parallelogram law of addition, OR bar is equal to OP bar plus OQ bar. OP bar plus OQ bar. Reason is parallelogram law of addition. Now this OP bar is along A bar. OP bar is along A bar. So OP bar and A bar are collinear vectors. OP bar and A bar are collinear. Collinear means OP bar is scalar multiple of A bar. So OP bar is equal to T1 A bar for some T1 belongs to R. Similarly, OQ bar is equal to T2 A bar for some T2 belongs to R. But we have OR bar is equal to OP bar plus OQ bar. So OR bar is equal to T1 A bar plus T2 B bar. So first part is proved now. First part we have proved that R bar can be written as linear combination of A bar and B bar. So this is first part. Now first let's prove the uniqueness and then we will prove the if part. So to prove the uniqueness means what? We have to prove that such T1 and T2 are unique. That means if we write R bar as say 3A bar plus 4B bar, then we cannot write R bar as another values. Okay. So let's take R bar as XA bar plus YB bar. Now I have taken R bar as XA bar plus YB bar. So what I have to prove is this, to prove the uniqueness, I have to prove T1 is equal to X and T2 is equal to Y. Now left side is R bar in both the equations. So let's equate the right part. Therefore, we have T1 A bar plus T2 B bar as X A bar plus Y B bar. Now let's write A bar to the left side and B bar to the right side. So T1 A bar minus X A bar is equal to Y B bar minus T2 B bar. Let's take A bar common. So we get T1 minus X A bar equal to Y minus T2 B bar. Remember, we have to prove that T1 equal to X. So to prove that T1 equal to X, let's assume that T1 is not equal to X. Since we are assuming wrong thing, we should get some contradictory fact. So let, if possible, T1 not equal to X. That means what? T1 minus X is not equal to 0, transferring X to left side. Now as it is a non-zero term, we can divide by a non-zero term. So we get A bar as Y minus T2 divided by T1 minus X into B bar. So now what we get is A bar as a scalar multiple of B bar, as these are all scalars, all real numbers. So their difference and their quotient is also a real number. So A bar is a scalar multiple of B bar. And this is possible only when they are collinear. Therefore, here we get A bar and B bar as collinear vectors. Therefore, A bar and B bar are collinear. But in the statement, it is given that they are non-collinear, which is contradiction. As they are non-collinear, as A bar and B bar are non-collinear. So now why we get this as a fact? Why we get this contradictory fact? Because we have assumed that T1 is not equal to X. So our assumption is wrong and T1 has to be equal to X. Similarly, we can prove T2 equal to Y. Similarly, we can prove T2 equal to Y. Therefore, the linear combination is unique. So this is first part, that is only if part. Only if part is if R bar is coplanar with A bar and B bar, then R bar can be uniquely expressed as linear combination of A bar and B bar. Now conversely, let's assume that R bar as T1 A bar plus T2 B bar. So we have to prove that R bar, A bar and B bar are coplanar. Now T1 A bar and T2 A bar and B bar are already coplanar. So T1 A bar and T2 B bar are coplanar, as two vectors determine a plane. So their scalar multiples also lie in the same plane. So as T1 A bar plus T2 B bar are coplanar, therefore their sum T1 A bar plus T2 B bar also lies in the same plane of A bar and B bar. In the plane of A bar and B bar. But this vector is R bar. Therefore, R bar, A bar, B bar are coplanar. So this is the proof. It's really very important proof. Many times this question is asked in board exam for proof, and it carries 3 marks. Okay. Let's solve a question based on this theorem, or like this. A bar, B bar and C bar are given, and find the scalars m and n such that C bar equal to m A bar plus n B bar. So I have already written C bar, A bar and B bar here. So C bar is given m A bar plus n B bar, and I have substituted C bar, A bar and B bar. Now let's multiply this bracket by m. So this becomes mi plus m into j cap minus 2m k cap plus 2n I cap minus n j cap plus n k cap. Now let's collect term in I, term in j and term in k. So these two are term in I. So taking I cap common, we have m plus 2n I cap. Now consider terms in j. So m j cap minus n j cap. So taking j cap common, we have m minus n into j cap. Now the remaining terms are terms in k cap. So those are minus 2m plus n into k cap. Let's write the left side also, which is 3I cap minus k cap. Now in the proof we have already seen that the linear combination is unique. Now in the left part also we have linear combination of ijk. Though j is not there, it is not there means what? Coefficient of j cap is 0. And here also we have linear combination of I cap, j cap and k cap. So the linear combination is unique. That means what? The coefficients of I are equal, coefficients of j are equal and coefficients of k are equal. So let's equate those coefficients. So by uniqueness, let's write the reason also. By uniqueness of the linear combination, let's write the unknown in the left hand side. So we have m plus 2n, which is coefficient of I, and here it is 3. Now coefficients of j cap, here it is m minus n, but in the left hand side we don't have term in j, so that becomes 0. And coefficients of k are minus 2m plus n, and here it is minus 1. Okay, so we have 3 equations and 2 unknowns, m and n. Remembering that in determinants what we have seen is if such equations, that means 3 equations, they have same solution. Okay, so those equations, okay, let's solve first of all this. So here in the second equation, solving it, we get m equal to n, and let's substitute in the first equation. So this becomes n plus 2n equal to 3. So 3n is equal to 3. See here, we are considering only first 2 equations and we are solving those 2 equations. From the second equation we have m equal to n, and substituting here m equal to n, we have 3n is equal to 3. So we have n equal to 1. And since m is equal to n and value of n is 1, so value of m is also 1. Let's substitute in the third equation and let's check whether this m and n satisfy the third equation or not. So in the third equation we have minus 2 into 1 plus n is 1. So it becomes minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1. So we get the right hand side. So in a determinant we have studied consistent equations. Consistent equation means what? All the 3 equations, they have the same solution. So here all the 3 equations, they have the same solution, m equal to 1 and n equal to 1. So these are consistent equation. Therefore value of m is 1 and value of n is also 1. For example, if we get some another solution such that that solution does not satisfy the third equation, so in that case these 3 vectors, they will not be coplanar. So that's why we get the inconsistent equations. Okay. Based on the previous theorem, let's prove one more theorem. 3 vectors a bar, b bar and c bar are coplanar if and only if there exists a non-zero linear combination x a bar plus y b bar plus z c bar equal to 0 bar with x y z not equal to 0 0 0. So x y z not equal to 0 0 0 means at least one of them is non-zero. All the 3 are not 0. Okay. Okay, so what the theorem says that again we have if and only if. So we have to prove that if A bar, B bar, C bar are coplanar, then we have such linear combination, and conversely, if we have such linear combination, then those three vectors are coplanar. Okay, let's see the proof. It's really very easy proof. Considering the first theorem, we are going to prove this. Suppose A bar, B bar and C bar are coplanar. So first of all, we are assuming that these three vectors are coplanar. So in the previous theorem, what we have learned is three vectors are coplanar if and only if one of the vectors or any one of them can be uniquely expressed as linear combination of the remaining two. So let's take C bar as linear combination of A bar and B bar. So C bar becomes now linear combination of A bar and B bar. So C bar is equal to XA bar plus YB bar for some X and Y belongs to R. That means X and Y are scalar. Okay. Therefore, writing this as XA bar plus YB bar minus C bar equal to 0 bar. So we have like this XA bar plus YB bar plus ZC bar equal to 0 bar, and here value of Z is -1. So comparing with XA bar plus YB bar plus ZC bar equal to 0 bar, we have Z equal to -1. Z is equal to -1. So considering three coplanar vectors, we have such linear combination. And conversely, if we have such linear combination, say XA bar plus YB bar plus ZC bar equal to 0 bar, where X, Y, Z all are not 0, we have to prove A bar, B bar and C bar are coplanar. So we can assume that, let's assume X as non-zero number. You can take any of the X, Y, Z. You can take Y non-zero or Z non-zero. Any term will do. So here I have taken X as non-zero number. So XA bar becomes now minus YB bar minus ZC bar. I want to divide by X. So that's why I have put XA bar in left hand side and the remaining terms in right hand side. Since I have assumed X as non-zero number, I can divide by X. So A bar becomes minus Y by X B bar minus Z by X C bar, dividing each term by X. So now what we have is A bar as some real number. X and Y are real numbers, so minus Y by X is also a real number. Real number multiplied by B bar plus, we can take minus Z by X together. So again it is a real number multiplied by C bar, and we are adding those numbers or those vectors. So it is a linear combination of B bar and C bar. So we are expressing A bar as a linear combination of B bar and C bar. Therefore, A bar is a linear combination of B bar and C bar. Now this is possible only when they are coplanar. Otherwise, this won't be possible. Therefore, the conclusion is A bar, B bar, C bar are coplanar. So, as A bar is linear combination of B bar and C bar, therefore A bar must lie in the plane of B bar and C bar. Therefore, they are coplanar vectors. Now corollary 1 is, if three vectors A bar, B bar, C bar are not coplanar and XA bar plus YB bar plus ZC bar is 0 bar, then X is equal to 0, Y equal to 0, Z equal to 0. It's really clear, if X, Y and Z are not 0, then what happens? If X, Y and Z, if one of them is non-zero term, then these three vectors, they will be coplanar, as one of them will be linear combination of the other two. Say for example, if X is not equal to 0, then we can write these two terms in right hand side and we can divide by x. So a bar will be linear combination of b bar and c bar, and those will be coplanar vectors. And that is not the case, as it is given they are not coplanar. Therefore x, y and z, they have to be 0. Okay. Second corollary is the vectors a bar, b bar and xa bar plus yb bar are coplanar for all values of x and y. So if a bar and b bar lies in some plane, then xa bar also lies in the same plane and yb bar also lies in the same plane. Therefore their sum also lies in the same plane. Therefore these three vectors, they are always coplanar. Let's solve one question based on this corollary. The question given here is, are the 4 points A 1 minus 1 1, B minus 1 1 1, C 1 1 1 and D 2 minus 3 minus 4 coplanar? Justify. Now condition for coplanarity is, if we write xa bar plus yb bar plus zc bar equal to 0 bar, and if we get some values for x, y and z, non-zero values, then those vectors will be coplanar. And if we write like this and solving this, if we get x is equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0, then AB bar, AC bar and AD bar, they will not be coplanar. So the points will not be coplanar. Okay. Now here we have taken AB bar, AC bar, AD bar. We have taken one common point in all the three vectors. So first of all, we have converted 4 points into 3 vectors, AB bar, AC bar, AD bar, and that too we are keeping point A common point, because see here, if this is point A, then this is AB bar, AC bar will be like this and AD bar will be like this. Because coplanar vector means what? Coplanar vectors are the vectors which lie in the same plane like this, or they lie in the parallel plane like this. So this is parallel plane to plane of the paper, and this is one more plane parallel to the plane. So any three, if you take any vectors which they lie in parallel plane, they are coplanar. So if we don't take A common, and then those vectors, they may lie in parallel planes, but that is not the case, as A is common. All the 4 points, they lie in the same plane. So that's why we have to take a common point A. So remember that. So whenever we have to prove 4 points coplanar, we have to take a common point. You can take any point common. So here I have taken A as a common point, AB bar, AC bar and AD bar. Now let's write equation as xab bar yac bar plus zad bar equal to 0 bar, and let's try to solve it to find values of x, y, z. So let x into AB bar plus y into AC bar plus z into AD bar equal to 0 bar. So x into AB bar is minus 2i plus 2j cap plus y into AC bar. AC bar is only 2j cap plus z AD bar, which is I minus 2j minus 5k equal to 0 bar. Now let's solve this for values of x, y and z. Okay. So let's multiply this bracket by x. So we have now minus 2xi plus 2xj plus 2yj plus zi minus 2zj minus 5zk equal to 0 bar. Okay, now let's take term in I common. So term in I are minus 2xi, then zi cap. So minus 2x plus zi cap. Now let's collect term in j. 2xj, 2yj and minus 2zj. So it is 2x plus 2y minus 2zj cap. Now the remaining terms are term in k cap. term in k cap is only one term left now, which is minus 5z k cap. So minus 5z k cap equal to 0 bar. Now, by the uniqueness of the linear combination, 0 bar we can write it as 0 into I cap plus 0 into k cap, j cap and 0 into k cap. So by the uniqueness of the linear combination of ijk, this term equal to 0, this bracket is also 0 and this bracket is also 0. So we have minus 2x plus z equal to 0, then 2x plus 2y minus 2z equal to 0 and minus 5z equal to 0. See, in the last term we have minus 5z equal to 0. Dividing by minus 5 we get z equal to 0. Now substituting z equal to 0 in the first equation, we have minus 2x plus z, that is 0 equal to 0. So minus 2x equal to 0 and dividing by minus 2 we have x also 0. Now let's put x and z 0 in the middle one. So substituting x is equal to 0 and z equal to 0 here, we have 2y equal to 0. So we get value of y also 0. So the corollary says that if the three vectors are not coplanar, then what we get is x equal to 0, y equal to 0 and z equal to 0. Now here we have x, y and z as 0 values. That means AB bar, AC bar, AD bar are not coplanar, are non-coplanar vectors. Now as the three vectors are non-coplanar, the points also are not coplanar. Therefore our conclusion is the points A, B, C and D are non-coplanar points. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, in next time we will see another theorem for linear combination of R bar where R bar lies in space. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video.